Hey everyone, what is going on? The day is finally upon us. We have the Golden Melody event. That is the summer event that we've all been waiting for. We're not going to waste any time. We're going to jump right in, start talking about this event. After I go through everything, I'll break this down and talk about what I do and don't like about this and what I think about this event overall. Right out the gates, we have the Musical Journey. This is the holiday pack, which you get in every holiday event, which is $20 for the right side, $5 for the middle side. It is the best bang for your buck in order to get these little tokens here to go ahead and use in the roulette wheel. If you played in the previous holiday season events, you'll know the roulette wheel. You just spin this thing, put this on 5 times, spin it, get 5 times the rewards. Click on the little icon here, and this is going to display all of the different variations of the items you can get and the rewards you get when you roll those items. Going back to the Musical Journey real quick though, I wanted to mention, if you're going to pick this pass up, make sure you do it on day 1, because these daily tasks here, you'll see have the tokens available in here. If you buy the pass, it doubles them. So instead of getting 3, you're going to get 6. So make sure you buy this at the start, right out the gates, to maximize the value. And then moving to the right, we have Rhythm Riot. This is basically like Guitar Hero. If you've ever played that game before, you're going to hit the little Let's Rock button here. I don't have any more of these left. I played this on stream last night, so unfortunately I can't show you what it looks like. But all you're doing is sitting here tapping the screen. When you see these little music notes drop down from the top where the speakers are, you'll see it drop down. Once it enters a circle, just tap it, and then you'll have these little ones that have numbers. Whenever those drop in the circle, you gotta sit there and tap, 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 tap as fast as you can to get the number that is in the circle. And then at the very end of this, you'll get ranked based on how many of the notes, whether you got a good if you completed the note, or if you got a perfect on the note. And when you do that, you get more points. So the more points you get and accumulate, the higher you can get ranked up here. And I can tell you the difference between where I finished with 28,250 and 32,550 is basically you have to be perfect. You have to hit every note perfect, which is the little gold icon that pops up whenever you get it perfect. However, I wouldn't stress too much about the rankings. I would just be more concerned about getting this done altogether. For completing this, getting the rankings, not a big deal. When you get 25,000 or more in this event, you get 10 5-minute speed ups and then some resource chests here, or a resource chest, a purple resource chest. Nothing, too crazy there. I don't know why they did that. It's kind of silly if you ask me. Going to the task though, this is the big piece of this. Whenever you complete up to 6, 9, 12, and then 15 of these are the rewards that you're really going after. So just make sure you do this every day. It should be very simple to get this completed. All you gotta do is just play it. Very easy to do. And then the other tasks, these are going to be, I wouldn't say more challenging, but it's going to take you a few more times to get done, especially if you're not maybe doing so well at clicking. I don't know. Honestly, it shouldn't be that hard to get this maxed out. You need a total of 200,000 points to get all these rewards, but you're getting, between all these different items here, you got this luxury choice chest with the level 5 drone components in here. You get a decoration chest, another decoration chest. So you get 2 decoration chests. So if you don't have all the holiday decorations unlocked, make sure you pick these up and use one of these for different decorations. Don't open up the same decoration on both of these. Spread it out, spread the love, open up different decorations, and use universal components to level those up. Overall, in here for the free items, this isn't too bad. I do like that you get a couple luxury choice chests. Make sure you get the level 5 drone components out of here. And then you have this level 5 or level 4 drone component chest, which is pretty cool. And if you get this, you know what I'm going to say, get the level 4 missile component. Always get the missile. Pretty simple event. Just make sure you do it every day. And let's move over to the actual roulette wheel, the lucky music note. Pretty simple. You're just going to click this little icon here to spend 5 times. If you are buying packs, make sure you go in here and buy out the $1, $2, and $5 packs every day. And then if you are trying to push for a base skin, you have to remember you're going to have to buy at least a $10 and $20 pack every day. If not, maybe one of the $50 packs once, because you're going to have to spend somewhere around $250 to $300 to almost guarantee that you're going to get the base skin. So pick these up early so that way you're not having to spend $100 on the last day, because there's only one of these you can purchase every day. So don't think you can buy a couple $10 packs at the end of the event just to get you what you need. The last thing you want to do is end up buying a $10, $20 and just be a few short and having to buy a $50 or $100 pack on the last day. And as you do so, you're going to get these different variations, unlock different stuff. Top rewards going to be the music vouchers, and then these boxes here, the musical voucher boxes. And then going down to the bottom, when you get the selection chest, this is where you can get super lucky if you happen to select the 40 vouchers to get 5 times. That's 200 vouchers. If you get really lucky and you get 2 selection boxes, maybe you can get the 40 and the 20, and that's going to be 300 vouchers for you. So there's a lot of different things that you can get out of here. Just depends on how lucky you are. Unfortunately, so far I have been very unlucky, but hopefully that means some of you are getting lucky. And now that you have your music note vouchers, what are you going to buy with them? Well, really nothing new for us older players. Everything is pretty much a resale. Aside from the new bass effect, the beautiful melody, everything else in here is resale. I do not have all the bass skins yet, and I also don't have all of these frames. So I actually have a couple different things I can shoot for if I wanted to. Decoration components, I may only pick this up if I have some vouchers sitting around that I'm not going to pick this up, or if I've already bought this, because I have all my holiday decorations up to level 3 already. So the only thing I'd be working on is pushing some of them up to level 4, which if you've heard me in my other videos, getting your holiday decorations to level 3 is the most efficient way to level up decorations. Get one, unlock it, get it up to level 3, and move on to the next one. Don't be pushing them to 4 or worried about pushing them up to 4 and 5. Just get them all up to level 3. That's where you're going to get the best bang for your buck on those holiday decorations. Then moving over to the next tab, the Rock and Roll Party. This is just free. I mean, you're going to donate these little music notes, send them in, and then once you hit these milestones, you're going to get different rewards. It's going to be 5 different boxes, and it's pretty nice. You know, a bunch of free rewards, and this is where you're going to get the holiday chat bubbles, and for this is going to be a selection one, so you can pick whatever chat bubble you want out of here. So if you don't have a chat bubble, now's your opportunity to try to get one. Then the music note challenge, this just tells you where to get the music notes to go back to the Rock and Roll Party to donate those. So if you're trying to push for a chat bubble, make sure you're doing your Doom Elite rallies, attacking just, you know, everything you can, maximize this event. Obviously spending money is going to be the most efficient way to do it, because you have a limit on how many you can get from Doom Elites and stuff. And then moving on to the Music Festival gifts. This is where you are going to get rewarded for the more money you spend. You're going to get more out of here. Rewards out of here, I don't think are the greatest looking back at some of the other events, but it's decent. At least you're getting something for the money you're spending on top of the other gifts that you're already getting too. So I can't complain about that, because this stuff is, you know, essentially cherry on the top for you. So if you spend $10, you're going to get 20 drone parts. $40, you're going to get another 40 drone parts. And then up to 100 and so on. You'll see you get more and more drone parts as you spend more. There's a couple of luxury choice chests in there, more drone components. And then a lot of resource chests, which is pretty nice. It's always good to have more resource chests. And then ore for everybody. Battle data, I don't need it. New players, obviously you're going to need that. Moving on to the last tab here, which is probably my favorite tab. The fact that we are getting double the individual truck rewards. For us, post Season 2 with Headquarters 31, if you have the reindeer sleighs and can get the weapon shards, this is an amazing event for you. Even if I get my trucks robbed, I'm going to get twice as many of the weapon shards. So these, I didn't lose any of my boxes, and I get twice as many. So now I'm getting 4 weapon shards per each truck. So there's no reason not to send them. Even if you lose 1 box, you're still getting 2. So there's a potential of up to 20 weapon shards out of there, and you can go and rob other trucks too. So that's kind of great that you can go in here. I can hit this truck here, And as much as I would love to take this guy's box, he's unfortunately in my faction, so it would not be a good idea to do because we're in the faction duel. The next thing, the double rewards for Arms Race. I like this, but I also don't like this because it doesn't double the rewards that I would like to see doubled, which is the actual daily Arms Race boxes. So these boxes right here, this is what I would like to see doubled because this is where you're going to get the skill medals, all that stuff. Up here, while yes, it is nice, it's not going to give you the skill medals. You're just getting some recruitment tickets and purple shards. Up here, up top, you're going to get 2 of the universal shards, or times 2 of the universal shards, which is, kind of nice from that standpoint. If you're a newer player, cool, that's great for you. But I would like to see double the skill medals. That would be fantastic, and also with all the resources that gives out of there too. And then the very last thing, up to 20 players in excavation again. Love this. I wish this was a permanent thing. Unfortunately, it's going to be gone after the end of the week. But man, this does make it a lot nicer, especially when you have tons and tons of active players in the same alliance. The fact that you can be in a dig with 20, 30 people and still have a really good chance of getting the rewards. And this is the little globe. Whenever you unlock this, you just pop this little party here, and there's 10 items that people can collect whenever you pop this little base skin. So just be on the lookout when these pop up. Try to collect one of the rewards if you can. It's just like one of the normal digs, except for it pops up on players' bases. A lot of people are saying they wish this was an actual base skin. It is a little small for an actual base skin, but I don't know. Do you guys like it or not like it if this was actual base skin? I don't know. I could go either way with it. And then the very last thing related to this event that I wanted to show you was if you go to the gift button here, you have the option to send these sparkly music notes. I don't think there's really anything tied to this. It's just something in addition to the flowers that you can now send to players while the event is going on. Okay, now that we've talked about the event, let me say what I think about the event in total, because I was mentioning before, I was hoping they would bring back more items into the shop. This is pretty lame that there's nothing else in here aside from the resale of the base skins and drone skins and things like that. A lot of the older players, especially the spenders, are going to have this stuff. So for them, this is not a great event. It would have been nice to have some legendary prints in here. They would have brought back some mythic prints, even limited. Bring back mythic prints, limited at 5. You're not able to get a full set of mythic prints out of here, but even just a limited at 5 would have been nice. Just to pick them up out of here, and then you could have got them out of, say, the season store or out of the glittering market to complete a set. So that's pretty disappointing that they didn't bring that back. Overall, kind of lackluster with what they have in the event to purchase that is new. There will be a decoration that comes out. It will be usually about 2 days after this event starts, so not tonight, but probably tomorrow night. We'll see the new holiday decoration. I think it's just like a zombie with a guitar. So look out for that if you're trying to purchase the holiday decoration. And then moving on to this, this does help out the event, I think. While the store, there's not much to buy in the store, it's always nice having the free items, and there's a lot of free drone component stuff in here, which I like to see. Lots and lots of drone stuff, free resources, some speed ups, and then going over back to the musical gifts. This is okay, not the greatest, but it's not terrible. At least there's some drone parts at every level, which is good. Lots of drone parts, lots of resources. It's also nice that they have this rock and roller party. Typically, this is only on like really big events, so it's surprising that they brought this out for this. But it's nice because there are some pretty good rewards. You're going to get a lot of different resources, and then the higher boxes typically have some weapon shards, some drone stuff. So make sure you are collecting that and participating in this as well. But probably one of the best things in here is honestly going to be the double truck rewards along with the digs. I think those are the two big things that help this event out, because being able to get double the weapon shards for us players that can get weapon shards out of trucks, that is probably one of the biggest things for us. We're grinding the weapons out, and that definitely helps. I will say, as far as the event goes, it is better than the Easter event. The Easter event was a giant headache. It drove me crazy, a little too tedious for me. The musical, the rhythm Riot is not a terrible event. It only takes you a few seconds to do, and you actually get some pretty good rewards for it. You don't have to sit there and do a bunch of mundane typing and writing and sending and clicking and doing the fishing. That, oh my gosh, was that bad. And I'm glad that they didn't bring it back for the summer event, because fishing in summer, that kind of goes along better than Easter does. So while there was no new base skin like Easter, I think this event was slightly better than Easter with all the freebies that are included, along with all the additional rewards for those spenders. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Did they drop the ball on this event? I am not super excited that there's not more in the shop. I think that was the biggest thing for me. I wanted to see more stuff in the actual shop to be able to buy. But at the end of the day, I know they are trying to really limit where people can get blueprints from, which does suck. Really wish they would mix things up though. Anyways, thanks again for watching, everybody, and I hope to catch you guys in the next one.